Well, hello, people of the internet. And right now, I'm talking to people who are watching the upload because I've only just gone live just this second, and I don't think there's anybody else here yet. Maybe there is. If you're here, welcome. Thanks for joining me. So, normally I'd do this at 9 p.m., but regular viewers will know that I'm quite often a bit late or sometimes even not at all because I have a really poor internet connection. This is always the way. But Cad Mama is here and Twainer is here. This is great. We've got people on board already. Fantastic. I guess you guys know, sometimes I'm late, sometimes I'm not here at all. But great to have you with us. And we have got a show. This is fabulous. So, Cat Mama, right? Kaya, in fact. Kaya, I'm going to come to you first. Howdy to you too. Hello, Elizabeth. Elizabeth Hayes is here. I'm going to come straight to you, right? Because I don't know if you got my email, but I did message you back earlier. I've had real big problems with the internet today, and I just didn't see your email. But I'm so sorry about Fred. I really am. I got a feeling he's okay for a while yet. I don't think you need to sort of rush to do anything. But as I said in the email, the feeling I get is that, he might feel a bit kind of intimidated by the outside world. So it's going to be important to keep him close at the present time. But we'll pull a card about it because that's kind of what I picked up earlier. Also, actually, when you see that email, I did pull a card at the time and I got the 8 of Swords. So it's like it's as if he's tied down by what's happened to him at the moment. And he will actually, get a chance in his own time to move up. Oh, he has actually moved on. I see. Right. The vet did it. So he's gone over the Rainbow Bridge. Oh, dear. Right. Well, I'm really sorry for you. I'm really sorry for you. But I think you did the right thing. I really do. Because, well, he might have been okay. But a cat that can't run away is going to be an unhappy cat, basically. I did have a cat who lived to be 21. And his back legs went, and I used to carry him everywhere. And it was just really unfortunate. But yeah, in the end, the time had to come. But, so sorry for you, and I'm sure we're all sending out some healing thoughts. So if you haven't picked up on what's happening, Kaya's cat, Fred, has actually gone over the Rainbow Bridge. So, send love and light out there. That's all we can really do. But I'm sure he's okay on the other side. They just always are. They just always are. And as I was turning a card over there, right, what I got was the 3 of Wands. So, kind of basically that tells me he's moving in, he's settling in, comfort is coming into his life again. He's out of pain, and he's out of worry. I guess that's the main thing. He's out of worry. So there you go. Now, I actually got a feeling that another cat is going to come your way fairly quickly, actually. Yeah. So, Claudia, big love to you. So sorry to hear about all that, and best of luck with everything. Okay. Anyway, right. So let's say hello. We've got some more people on board at this moment. Beverly is here. We've got Beverly Spencer. We have got Stephen himself. If I pull cards on my internet connection, what comes up? That's a good idea. Hi, Seascape. I'm sort of having a good day. A slightly frustrating day just because the internet's gone. I got a new router and that was pretty good for about 3 days. Then that started going funny again. And what happens now when one router drops out, I just plug the other one in and that usually works. But sometimes there's an hour or two in between. But yeah, let's pull a card on my internet connection. Let's just see what's going on with that, actually. I don't do this often enough, pull cards for things that are actually going on in my own situation. Oh, well, this is reasonably positive. 7 of Pentacles, right? I guess this is telling me I've got enough of a connection to be getting by. There's a raven looking rather ominous at the top of the tree, but there are pentacles all over it at the same time, and it is actually blooming. And that is, that is really very much what it feels like. I'm always thinking, OMG, really try to grow my YouTube channel and what happens if it just goes all together, which it might do because it's a copper wire from 1960. So it's a 61-year-old copper wire that I'm talking to you through. And I guess it could go any time, which is really scary. So there is the Raven pointing that out in all his glory. But there we are, a Pentacles card, you know. It's kind of nice and grounded, which is positive. And, you know, lots of abundance indicated there as well. And abundance is always, always welcome. Views seem to be plummeting at the moment. And I'm almost past caring, you know. I do readings all day. That's my main kind of source of abundance, if you will. And my plan and my prayer for this YouTube channel really is that it starts making money so that I can kind of do more free readings and bring this kind of knowledge and wisdom to people who don't already have access to it and, you know, maybe can't afford it because life does cost money, doesn't it? That's my plan, but it's in the hands of the gods. It really is. And I can't really blame the gods, actually, with a 61-year-old copper wire responsible for everything. But isn't that just the way of things? Yeah, Sharon, yes, indeed. Hi to you. And yes, I do have 2.05k subs. Just about, right? I keep getting 2,050. Yesterday I had 2,050 subs for the third time. And YouTube take one or two off. I've got no idea exactly why they do it. They say it's because they think some people might be subscribing fraudulently. I don't know why anybody would do that, but YouTube do sort of take a couple away. And I'm on 2049 again now, you know, but it's crazy. Sometimes it shoots up 10, 15, so we'll just have to see what happens, you know. Yeah, you've got copper wires, Stephen, and no problems. That is really good to know, actually. Yeah, it's been okay here, you know. They told me I wouldn't be able to get broadband about maybe 15 years ago when it came out. So I started with the internet in 2003 and it was dial-up, and they said I'd never get broadband. And I did get it, and I've had it ever since. It's just kind of, you know, it's up and down, and it's crazy. When the weather's crazy, that gets crazy as well. Hi, new grandma, good to see you. And Adrienne is with us. Hello, Adrienne. Hope you are having a good time over there, and I hope life is treating you well. And thanks so much for being here. Laurie is here. And Beverly has a question. Hi, Mrs. Tyler J. Good to see you. Beverly has a question. Is the healing light energy I'm sending my friend's leg helping to the healing? Well, you know, I'm sure it is. We'll do a card and we'll do a pendulum on that, actually. But I'm sure it is, you know. Healing is a wonderful energy. It's as if the universe is waiting to draw it in and make it work when we send healing out. But let's take up the Reiki pendulum and see what it has to say about that. Okay, so Beverly's asking, is the healing light that she is sending to her friend's leg helping to do the healing? Yeah, it's giving us a nice yes, Beverly. Slow yes, and it's getting faster and faster. And the thing is, that leg is going to take a lot of healing. Probably your friend isn't really going to feel the healing until later, you know. These things do take time, obviously, and like any kind of treatment, healing, spiritual healing does take time to kick in and actually start working. But you know, the main thing is you've sent it, and the pendulum is saying yes, it's getting there, it's arriving, the energy is finding its goal. And the goal is not just the leg itself, not even just your friend, but your friend, the leg, the pain, everything going on in your friend's life. And Beverly, I hope you're asking for some of that healing to rub off on yourself as well, because you might feel like you don't need healing, but we can all do with it. We really can all do with some healing, you know. So let's do a card. I've got Keepers of the Light by Kyle Gray here. Oh, this is great. Yeah, this is very positive. Saint Germain, karma releasing. And it says, move beyond drama, create your own path, make room for good energy. So that's really saying keep on keeping on. And the real significance of Saint Germain coming up for this question is not so much what it says on the card, but just the fact that it's Saint Germain. He isn't a Christian saint. He was the Count of Saint Germain, an area of France. He's reincarnated several times. It's widely believed by people, including me, actually, that Saint Germain is the reincarnation of Merlin the magician, who actually lived in my area of Carmarthenshire in West Wales. He is the master of the ninth ray, the purple healing light. That's what he's really in charge of. And whenever you send healing, you are actually working with the ninth ray. So that is lovely confirmation, Beverly. It's happening and it's working. So that's great. But keep on sending it, keep on sending it. You can never send too much healing out. If you send healing and the healing arrives there and the person's already healed up to the eyeballs, then some of that, whatever energy isn't actually needed right then at that time, will go off out into the world and be used, organized by the angels, no doubt, and probably by Saint Germain himself, because it does actually work with the ninth ray, which is pure light. That healing will kind of spread around the world and do its thing and make things ever more positive. So well done, Beverly, to you. I'm really glad you're using your gift like that, and that is so positive. It really is. Okay. I'm saying yes on his leg. Years. It got worse this last few months. Right. Well, I think it'll get better over the next few months, to be honest. In fact, I think you'll notice an improvement quicker than in a few months, but I think it'll be a lengthy time of healing before it's completely better. We're just about on Lion's Gate now, the 8th of the 8th, the 8th of August. When we have the new moon in Leo, and that is bringing in a time of kind of storminess, but it's positive kind of storminess because it's bringing things to a head. I've got stuff written down about it, and I've actually put it on my bed over there, so that's out the window to talk about. But it's a stormy time of big changes coming in on Sunday with the new moon. It really is. Okay, so with that, let's move along slowly and swiftly and whatever and go to Seascape. Good to have you with the Seascape. Hi, Linda Bishop, by the way. Hi, Patty Palmer as well. Great to have everyone with us. Thanks, guys, for bringing your energy. It really makes this what it needs to be, something really kind of special. I had a little word with my spirit guides before I came on, right? And they were telling me, don't just use the tarot all the time, use the oracle as well. So I'll go to another oracle deck to do this one for Seascape, and we will find out if there's any messages from your guides. I bet there's something, spirit guides don't stay silent for long. Sometimes they keep quiet because they're like making you work something out for yourself. But they're always there, and they're always wanting to get through somehow. They really are. And the card I've got for you, Seascape, Break the Chain, it's called. Okay, so these people have come out of this dark cave and they've come out into the light. And it's the light of truth, really, because it's a turquoise kind of a light. There's a lot of healing purple color in there as well. And some nice higher heart chakra pink. I never know how well this comes out on camera. But just under where my finger was there, we can see Saturn and the rings of Saturn there floating around in the sky. So it's all very cosmic, it's all very cosmic indeed. But these people are breaking the chain, and this is why they're actually coming out of this dark cave and coming into the truth. And this is one of the great things, actually, about Lion's Gate, the new moon on Sunday in Leo. It brings in lots of kind of awakening. I'm talking about it being stormy, and I'm talking about it being kind of eruptive, like volcanoes going off. And, we might see something in the Pacific Rim or anywhere in the world, really. Who knows? Because earthquakes are happening in places where they never used to happen at the moment. But there are going to be like cosmic earthquakes in the spiritual energy as well. It's going to bring things to a head, and it's bringing people out into truth. So the good news is you have already kind of come out a lot into the way of the understanding the truth, and awakening to the truth really brings a lot of freedom. This is the good thing, because it kind of clarifies everything, But it says here, break the chain, ancestral patterns, healing, rewrite the future. And that's what you need to do, Seascape. It's making me feel like do some cord cutting if you need to. Okay, that can be a difficult one, because we feel so selfish when we cut the cord, but If you cut the cord, and the angels and all the spirit people sort of really wanted you to have that cord, and it's an important part of your work, and you need it, that cord will grow back. But free yourself, what's that Bob Marley song, redemption song, emancipate yourself from mental slavery. That's the line I'm thinking of. So that's for you, Seascape. And obviously your guides are pretty close to you and working with you, because they are aware that has already kind of started happening, But good for you. Keep on breaking that chain. That's the thing to do. Okay. So Beverly's saying, I have to watch the repeat. It's buffering. Oh dear, yeah. I'm amazed I'm even on, to be honest, Beverly. But there you go. There's some rich people next door, and the guy is in an online samba band. They're probably having a samba band meeting on Zoom at the moment, and that's probably making it break up. What can you do? Hey, life is so random sometimes, isn't it? Steve, so some of my customers wrote to my manager about my new schedule, including working later. They meant well, wish they hadn't done that. You're okay with it? I hope no backlash, not keeping reason to myself. Yeah, I do. That's a difficult one. Yeah, well-meaning customers can sort of drop you in it sometimes, honestly, yeah, it just gets like that. It's really unfortunate. What can I say? Let's do a card for you, right? Let's see what we get for this. Right. Okay. Basically, what this is saying is you can handle it. It's the Age of Light, and it says you've been training for this for lifetimes. So, don't worry about it. You're going to be able to handle whatever has come up because of this. Okay. I feel pretty good about it as we look forward. I'm drawn to the fact that you're wearing a mask in your profile picture, and that's telling me that you've done everything you need to do to deflect any problems that are going to come from this. This lady is in this triangle formation here, and she's sort of mimicking the triangle formation with her hands. And that's how I see you at this moment, sort of up above, kind of, like covering yourself, basically keeping yourself covered, and that covering being kind of pointed is just going to deflect everything. So don't worry about it, my friend. This is something that just crazy random things like that happen. You do your best for people and it goes wrong. It reminds me of something that happened to me. I worked on a website a long time ago for a friend of mine who's a pretty good medium, was a pretty good medium before I was even sort of thinking about doing it. And I agreed to work on this website welcoming people. This was before social media, so you had to have your own website. And I was doing this for free, and he took on some paid staff, actually. And I was only doing it free for a couple of days till he found someone he could pay to do it. And he paid this manager, and she came on. She started giving me all sorts of blooming telling me off because someone in the chat said, you've been sitting there since 8 o'clock this morning, and it was about 11 o'clock at night. And I had been sitting there all day. Don't you get uncomfortable? And I said, no, not really. I just change the chair when it becomes uncomfortable. And this manager woman started ranting at me that, you never admit to being uncomfortable when you're working on this website. So I just walked away, I was disappointed to do that. And if that had been something I was supposed to get paid for, it would have been really hard. But pain in the neck, pain in the neck, my friend. But you're going to be okay, Steve. You're going to be okay there, mate. You really are. But hey, thanks for bringing that to our attention. I hope the energy of the group will shed its light on you and everything like that. And it'll all work out. It feels to me like it's going to work out fine. It really does. Now Rosa is with us. Book Bewitched is with us too. Hey, people coming in all the time. This is what we love to see. As Twainer says, right, please, guys, don't forget to hit the thumbs up button. Makes a big, big difference as well, as well as everything else sort of positive that goes with it. It makes a difference to the algorithm. It really does. Okay, let's go to Linda now. Linda Bishop, hi. Andy, I have had a crystal ball for years. Do you have any advice on how best to care for it and how to get the best out of it? Did I see one behind you recently? Yeah, you're sort of seeing it now. It's just the picture of Tinkerbell is covering it over. I've got two. I've got another one that's like too big to pick up. I have shown it on the show before, actually, but it's like the size of a football. This is fluorite, and it's not clear, but you can read it. And let's just kind of try and tune in. It's not that you're doing anything wrong at all, Linda, right? You got to keep working with it, and you get a stronger and stronger connection as you go with it. Like mine is really cold, and I haven't worked with it for just about a week at the moment. I always intentionally sort of tune into it, but I haven't held it in my hand and tried to work with it for a good week, and it's stone cold. They start feeling warmer to the touch the more you use them, because it increases their vibration. What I want to say to you, Linda, is put a cloth over it when you're not using it. I usually have a cloth over this one if there isn't a show going on, actually. And that allows the energy to build up. It's a lot like when you're in spiritual development, people, including me, will tell you, make sure you close your crown chakra between working and then open it up again when you want to start working. It just allows the energy to build up. And that's kind of how it is with crystal balls. Let's pop it back up there now. I have to move this shelf. I'm glad you brought that up, Linda, because I've noticed that Tinkerbell is covering it up at the moment, but that's Tinkerbell for you. That'll help you get the best out of it. In terms of caring for it, Linda, cleanse it regularly. It's pretty effective just to run it under the faucet, run it under running water, because as that water's running, it's full of oxygen, and it's like lively. Also maybe have salt around it, and it's always good to put crystals out on your windowsill when there's a full moon, behind the drapes, so that the moonlight actually gets in and cleanses it. That's really positive thing as well. No problem letting the sun get to it, as long as it's not a deeply colored one, like if it's an amethyst crystal ball or something like that. The sun will actually deplete amethyst quite a bit. So amethyst in particular needs moonlight cleansing, but I got the feeling with yours it'd be good to have it in the sun and the moon. And when we come up to the next full moon, which is 22nd of August, and that one's going to be in Aquarius, make sure you got it out on the window then. I know that seems a long time away, but you go on a journey with a crystal ball. Okay, and so just keep on keeping on. The feeling I get is that you're doing pretty well with it. You're getting stronger with it. And it will get stronger the more you work with it. That is how it is with just about any crystal or any kind of what you might call magic tools, whether it's a deck of cards, a wand, a crystal, whatever it is. So I hope that helps, Linda. Let's go to Katie H at this point. How can I best help my friends in their green building business? Right. Okay. So, Katie, good to see you. Right. Let me take a drink of water. Now, I'm going to use a different deck because we read from Tarot in Wonderland about that yesterday, did we not? Let's go mad. Let's use the very ancient Mantegna Tarot deck. This one was like printed in the 1980s, I think, or maybe the 90s. But, it's very, very ancient images that are on this deck. So I'll give it a shuffle and we'll see what we get. Because this is actually very good for giving directions or, giving yourself directions. Now, what we've got here, right, some of the cards have one image on them. Some of them have two images on. It's all part of the craziness of the Mantegna. And this one has got music, musica, and arithmetica, arithmetics. So music and math. It's all about vibrations, really, Music actually used to be a branch of mathematics. It really did in ancient times, particularly in the Egyptian days. And you see this best when you see a pipe organ, actually, because the way the pipes are arranged makes a very precise geometrical pattern, which works with arithmetic. And that's where pipe organs came from. But anyway, what this is saying is two things. For music, it says harmonize the forces at play. And for arithmetic, it says align the forces at play. So really, the best thing you can do is try and draw things together for them. Let them understand that as a book once described it, the universal connectedness of all things. All things are connected. I'm sure you understand that, Katie. I'm really sure you understand that. All things are connected. All things work together. Do what you can to sort of draw what might seem like disparate energies together, get them working together. That is what the cards are saying would be a great thing for you to do there. I know you can help them a lot with it, actually, Katie. I think they're blessed to have you there. I really do. And just other than that, keep on keeping on, because for those things to come up, music and arithmetic and bringing things together, there's no suggestion there that you're not doing enough or that there's anything wrong. It's just keep on keeping on. Everything that's going on there is good. It just needs drawing together and kind of being made into a more contiguous kind of pattern, I suppose. Okay, Twainer has picked up that bewitched crystal ball is in actual fact viable, so that is good. Right. And Book herself says, Andy, my heart is full of you. Thank you very much. My heart is full of you too, and all of you guys, really. It totally makes life an interesting experience, and it totally sort of makes it worth doing the whole YouTube thing. It really is. It's exciting to be a part of this, Stephen has got to go. Catch you next time. Thanks for joining us while you could. Appreciate it. This won't be a madly long show tonight, okay, guys? I'm going to come out after about 60 minutes. We're 26 minutes in at the moment, but let's keep going. Okay. You have a glass one with bubbles. Well, if Twainer picked up that it's viable, I'm sure it is. But yeah, I would agree with that. This is an interesting point, and I think it's worth saying something about this. Crystal balls, well, any crystal is a kind of stone. When you see a stone cut out of the earth, you can cut a slice through any stone, and it will have something amazing on the inside. And especially if it's glass, right? It's really positive because smaller crystals have a higher vibrational rate, and glass is made of sand, which is full of silicon and quartz, tiny quartz crystals, which have a very high vibrational rate, all melted together into a glass ball. So, in a sense, it's a man-made or a human-made crystal, but it is actually a crystal nonetheless, and it's likely to be very powerful because you've got like 125 trillion, zillion, million tiny little grains of crystal in there, each one with its own very high vibrational rate. So I think you're actually quite well off there. Let me see, while we're on about it, we're up here a lot this evening, or this afternoon as it is with you guys. This, for example, right? This is citrine, but it's citrine made from powdered citrine, which has been broken off as they've been polishing real crystal citrine. And it's been pressed in a mold under immense heat to make this obelisk. And it is a very effective obelisk, actually. I can sort of feel the energy in it now. In fact, I'm going to leave it there. And while I'm on about citrine, guys, if you'd like to support my work, you'll be very, very welcome to do so. PayPal.me/twigbrother is just disappearing off the screen at the moment. That's my PayPal link. Coming along now, coffee.com/twig. That is my coffee page. And I was out taking some more pictures to put on my coffee page today. So they'll be appearing pretty soon as I edit it. Also, if you'd like a private reading or an astrological birth chart, email me at 35and83@gmail.com, which is coming across your screen at this very moment as well. It's kind of the three amigos that go along the bottom of the screen there. All those links are down in the description below this video as well. So do check them out. So yeah, that Gmail address, if you want a private reading, if you want to arrange a private reading, please do get in touch. We can go face to face, or I can kind of do a voicemail reading of some cards for you, or, all sorts of things. I also offer an email reading, which are some of the best readings that I do, if I say so myself, but a lot of very positive feedback for them. That's when I take quite a long time over it, actually, and I'll link into my guides and I write things down that come to me. And then as I'm typing them into an email, my guides are sort of adjusting the words and things where I might have got something wrong or picked up the wrong word, and they will adjust it into something really powerful. Those ones aren't entirely the cheapest, not by quite a long way, actually. They're, gosh, they're about $80, something like that, 60 British pounds anyway, but they take me a long time to do, but they are very comprehensive, actually. Or we can go face to face. And the other thing I do is astrological birth charts. This is like a snapshot of exactly where the stars were, exactly what the heavens were up to at the exact moment of your birth. And I would ask you for your place of birth as well as your date of birth to actually produce that. And you get a chart wheel, like a picture of how the heavens were exactly at that moment. Another picture showing all the houses, so you can work out what planets you've got in what houses. And there'll be a description from me of every single planet and the asteroids as well. Really much deeper descriptions than you ever get with the free birth charts on astrological websites. Small fee for that. It's not my most expensive reading by a long way. And available from 35and83@gmail.com. So do pay me a visit there if you would like to do anything like that. And as Twainer says very kindly, want a great reading, contact Andy at 35and83@gmail.com. Great stuff. Okay, now then, Pamela is here. Let's go to Pamela and get some more work done here, because I'm all about getting the work done. That's where I'm at. And oh, by the way, guys, I got hold of some root beer. I found that they sell it on Amazon, so I had some delivered, and I've got 2 cases of root beer, and it's wonderful. I had one of them today, not a whole case, just a can, and I haven't tasted root beer since I was 15 years old, like 42 years ago when I was in Toronto. It's the last time I tasted root beer. Wonderful stuff, and I wish I didn't smoke, because I'm sure it would taste a lot better if I didn't smoke. It's kind of definitely lost its flavor in that time, but I'm absolutely loving it, and it's a nice connection for me to the States and Canada when I get that taste. So Pamela is saying good evening to you, Andy. Good evening, and love and peace to you too, Pamela. Have rainbow days. Thank you, and you too. My guinea pig doing well. She's so happy being with me. So glad I got her. Great. Love and rainbows sent to you all. And I'm sure we send that to you too, Pamela. You guys are obviously meant to be together. It's like that with animals. It really is. And yeah, indeed, Claudia is actually in the process of getting a chart done at the moment. So we will email back and forth and we'll sort that out, Claudia. And I'm looking forward to doing that for you. I love doing astrology. It sort of carries you off into the stars, you know. And I do have an astrology channel, which is called For Astro Truth, and there's a link to that down in the description as well. I put a video up there today about the new moon coming in on Sunday and all the astrology to do with that. There's a lot going on there. Unfortunately, I've left all my astrology books on the bed. I was going to talk about it a bit. But there are 6 planets in fixed signs, you know, at the moment. And I mean, actually in their own home constellation. And that is meaning that there's kind of a firm hand on it. So it's going to be a stormy time coming up after that new moon on Sunday. But it's going to be kind of cosmically controlled as well. So nothing to worry about. Just stuff coming to a head and you know, things changing. And speaking of things changing, Elizabeth Hayes is asking, do you see me moving soon? Okay. Yeah, I do. I can see people carrying boxes as I try to tune in. So yeah, I'm sure you will be moving soon. That's how it feels, most definitely. Hi, Rupali. I'm good, thanks. How are you? Hope life's treating you well. So Elizabeth, let's just ask the pendulum, okay? Rather than just going with the inspiration that's popped into my head. Let's compound it with the pendulum. Okay, right, that's interesting. It's doing a yes. It's just at the beginning, it went back and forth twice, And then it really started spinning. Now, back and forth is a no, and spinning is a yes. I don't do clockwise and anti-clockwise in association with what I've talked to my spirit guides about in the shows, because you never know if the screen is going to be flipped, you know. So we just go circle for yes, back and forth for no. That's how it works. So I got no, no, yes. So it's going to be a little while, okay? Moving soon was the question, and it was a yes to that question, but maybe not as soon as you'd like to, Elizabeth. Things are going to be okay, though. Let's pull you a card. Just see what the issue might be there. Well, no issue at all, really. 10 of Cups, which they call the happy ever after card. That looks pretty positive, doesn't it? That is the energy of you in your new home. Things working out nicely, you and the home together. And everyone in the home too. So I hope that helps you, Elizabeth. And thanks for your question. Okay. Let's go to Rupali. Good to have you with us, Rupali. Is my intuition correct that my boss contacted me through his wife's account? Well, okay, I think that's another question for the pendulum, actually. Let's go into the pendulum on this one. Did Rupali's boss contact her through his wife's account, please? Pendulum says no. It's really definitely back and forth, back and forth. No circular motion there at all. So he didn't, Rupali. He didn't. Let's add a card in for you as well. See what we get for the card. Wheel of Fortune, okay? Maybe you're chasing your tail a little bit, Rupali. Don't worry about this stuff, okay? Try not to worry about this stuff, because worrying about it becomes a treadmill, okay? And when it's your boss and when it's work, there's enough of a treadmill going on already. Put your energies into your work, okay? Because it is what it is, you know, however it started, now you're there. Now you've been contacted. Now you're working. Now you're actually, as they say, talking turkey. You're making things happen. And that is the most positive thing there could be. You actually making things happen. Okay. And so I hope that helps you, Rupali. But really do try not to worry about it, my friend. Okay. I know you're worried for a reason. I know you've got serious concerns there. But just do your best at work, my friend. That's what's coming in psychically. Do your best, because you are very good at what you do. I'm sure of that. I'm really sure of that. Okay. Now then, do some scrolling, because I am sure I've missed some questions. Teresa, I've just done a home question. I don't think it was yours, though, so we'll do this one now. Right. Do you see me buying a home next year? Right, I've seen money going out. I can see you spending money on a survey. Getting I don't know what you call it in the States and Canada, actually, but in Britain, we have a survey. I'm sure you got something like it. It's like due diligence. A surveyor goes and looks around the property before anyone will like lend any money on it, or before you spend your money on it. It's good to get a survey. Then you know if there's anything wrong with the drains, anything wrong with, you know, if the roof needs fixing, anything like that. So you're getting a survey done. So you're definitely in the act of buying a home, as far as I can see it. But do you actually buy the home next year? Let's ask the spirit of the pendulum. Got a circle there. Immediate circle, and it's becoming a wider and wider circle as we use the pendulum. Wow, look at that. Wow, it's going like a fairground ride. There's no stopping it. It's absolute, wow, that's a very strong yes. So yes, I do see you buying a home next year. Okay. It's nice when it's that positive, actually. Positivity is always good, eh? Mrs. Tyler J. Yeah, I'm glad I'm trying the root beer too. I love it. It's really making me want to give up smoking, though, because I'm determined to get that lovely taste again. Because I was 15 years old when I tried it the first about 20 times. So I took to it straight away. And of course, I didn't smoke then. So I tasted it a lot better. And I knew it existed because I'd been to visit my sister in London in something like 1975, 76. And there were one or two McDonald's in UK then. and they did actually sell root beer because McDonald's UK wasn't really a thing. They were, they'd been franchised out from the States, and they were like the American ones, just in smaller little British buildings. But yeah, I'd had root beer before, and as soon as I landed in Canada, I just wanted root beer, and I drank so much of it. I got a really bad stomach, actually, and I still wanted to drink more of it. I just love that taste of sassafras, and I was going to try and make my own root beer, but apparently if you make your own root beer the natural way with sassafras, you can like kill yourself or give yourself a really bad disease or something, maybe even give yourself cancer. I think someone told me. So sassafras is one of those things excuse me, that you've got to be pretty careful with by the sound of it. So I'm happy buying it in cans, and the stuff I've got was made in France, but it's made under license from a firm in Canada. So I've got that whole French Canadian thing going on there. Another pendulum question from Patty. Okay, Patty, should I be looking for a new lawyer? Asks Patty with 3 question marks. So it's a pressing matter. Pendulum's shaking its head. Right, definitely giving me a no there. Let's pull a card or 2 and see what we get about this, because this is quite a pressing matter, I feel, Patty. That's what I feel. Hello, Celtic Tarot Sheila. No, Patty Palmer. Hello, Twain. You picked that one up too, Sheila. I'm glad, because I'd got a definitely strong no there. Great to see you, Sheila. I enjoyed that really long marathon you did the other day, but my broadband cut out about 20 million times in the time you were on, actually, and it can do that in half an hour. But that was a real good marathon session, and I enjoyed being there. Right, Patty, okay, what we've got is the King of Pentacles, right? There's a love of sharing the good things in life here, okay? And what I'm picking up is kind of, try and be patient with the lawyer you've got. Your lawyer is being quite frustrating to you at the moment because they know quite a lot of things that, they just got experience that you haven't got. That's what I'm saying. Okay, so it needs to be a shared thing. Okay, if you can give and take a bit with this lawyer and give this lawyer plenty of time and just don't worry too much about the details and accept that the lawyer is an expert, you're going to be getting somewhere really positive, because the very next card out is this one. It's the Sun. All right, so things are going to work out well with that, Patty. They really are. Great stuff. Great stuff. Teresa says, thanks. You're very, very welcome. You really are. Sheila, is the remote view coming back anytime soon? I kind of missed that. I like the remote view. Interesting to see what comes up. Elizabeth, my great aunt made root beer in her attic. One summer it all exploded. Yeah. I used to make my own alcoholic beer, actually. I gave up drinking. I'm too old for all that now. But yeah, that used to explode sometimes. One day, actually, the first time I ever made wine, I didn't think wine would explode because it's not fizzy. And it was one night, actually. I lived in a trailer at the time, a caravan. And so I was asleep at night. I was in the Air Force, and all this wine was in my cupboard, where it was sort of slightly cooler than in the rest of the trailer, because it's not like having a cellar when you've got a trailer. And I just heard all these explosions. And because I was on an Air Force base at the time, I was a bit kind of worried as I woke up. And then I realized it was all inside the trailer, and they weren't like big explosions. And I went and looked, and all the corks had just popped out of the wine. So then I had to drink quite a lot of it. Really, you're forced to drink as much as possible in a situation like that. Are you not, Sheila? Okay, Sheila, I want to do you 2 cards. Okay. I want to do you 2 cards. I want to do you an oracle card. And as I reached for the oracle cards, a voice said, and do her a tarot card as well, because she'll get what the tarot card is about. Okay, without me explaining anything. All right, because I never try and, over-explain things to another reader. This one, it's the Knight of Pentacles, Sheila. Okay, and the only thing I'm going to add to that is it is the Tarot in Wonderland Knight of Pentacles, and he's kind of all wrapped up and nowhere to go there. He's got like a saucepan or something like that on his head, and various kitchen utensils that he's trying to defend himself with. Okay, but yeah, maybe there's some overprotection going on there, but I don't want to explain that too much, Sheila. Knight of Pentacles, earthy, all about grounding, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, but then you know that. Let's go into Work Your Light by Rebecca Campbell and pull you another card, Sheila, okay? Because this is where my sort of guides and everything come in. Oh, it's protection again, like the guy was protecting himself with the kitchen utensils, Sheila. What we've got, call back your power, cut the cords, soul retrieval. There you go. Right, I'm feeling, Sheila, that there are like a lot of fingers pulling at the fabric of your dreams. I think I got that for you quite a long time ago when I was working sitting on the bed and it kept cutting out all the time, and it would have been like very early morning with you at that time. I seem to remember getting that for you before, A lot of fingers are pulling at the fabric of your dreams, but you take charge, Sheila. Okay, you've got every right to take charge. You really are the boss of your own life in a big way, and you've earned that. You've gone through everything you've gone through, bringing up your children and going through the terrible bereavement you've been through. And, other things that I've heard you talking about, you've really, really earned the right to be in control of your own life. So like it says, call back your power, take it back, Sheila. That's where it's at. Okay, go for it, my friend, because there's got to be no stopping you. I'm also becoming aware of something going on at work, and like a tension between your job work that you got out to work, and your YouTube life as well. I just want to tell you, YouTube's going to keep on going up for you. It's going to go up slowly, a little bit at a time. But this is what it's like, we're spiritual people. We're only going to kind of build up the viewers that we're meant to have spiritually. This isn't like kind of watch me take a shower that some women do to try and build up their YouTube channel and they get a zillion views. This is kind of really, the spiritual YouTubing only works if the spiritual YouTube guides, and there are some, actually really want it to happen. So let it build up slowly, Sheila, but don't worry if it doesn't seem to be going fast enough. I worry sometimes because my views seem to be going down and up and down all the time. But it's exactly the way it needs to be. And Sheila, and I say this to everybody actually, we can trust spirit. As long as we keep asking the angels, we can trust in spirit that things are going to work out, that things are going to be okay. Right. And Sheila says it fits perfectly. Great. I'm going to try and print this screen out and stick it on my wall, actually, because it's great, Sheila. If that's really hit the spot for you, wonderful. I'm delighted. Okay, so Belle is on her way saying good night from me, and good night from all of us, Belle. And thanks so much for being with us, my friend. We are getting close-ish to the end of the show at this point, guys. I'm going to go on for quite a while yet, maybe another sort of 10 minutes, maybe a bit more than that. But yeah, I just kind of the way the energy is tonight and everything. Not that there's anything wrong with it. I've had a kind of a draining old day. Madhu, coming to you, and then I will do the trainer dog situation, okay? But I'm coming to you first, Madhuri, asking for a card, and it's going to be a tarot card for you. Thanks for your question. Hope you're keeping well, Madhuri. Hope life is treating you well. You deserve life to treat you well. You really do. Okay. All right. 3 of Swords. Okay. Try and move on, Madhuri. Whatever's gone wrong in recent times, don't dwell on it, okay? Because the rain in this card is going to wash the cake away. And the 3 swords, that's like your resolve. They also represent a lot of thinking, a lot of mental turmoil going on. And I'm sorry to see that. But you'll come through it for sure. And you'll come through it quicker if you just let go of whatever it is that's gone recently. Okay, my friend. Hope that helps. I'm moved to do another card for you on that as well, actually, before we go anywhere else. Right. Oh, yeah. Okay. Well, this is a bit of a happier one. 10 of Pentacles. Okay. just leave it in the hands of spirit, okay? There's nothing much you can do, really, except give yourself a good rest and just trust, because spirit really does have your back, Madhuri, okay? Thanks for your question. I hope that works for you. I really do. Things will work out for you. I'm pretty sure of it. So Adrienne is pointing out that Twainer would like to know, will Twainer get a dog? Okay. I think it'd be nice if you got a dog, Twainer. I like the idea. I think you and a dog would get on very well. I really do. Pendulum. Right. It did no, and then it did yes, and it did quite a lot of no. So there's going to be a wait, Twainer. It's not going to be really soon, my friend. It's not going to be really soon, but it's a yes, okay? And I can see the love between you and the dog growing. The reason for this is, right, a lot of people believe that you go out and you buy a dog or you buy a cat and you choose the day and you go ahead and do it. But even when it's like that, there are spiritual forces bringing souls together, you know, because this is a soul level connection that we have with the pet, and there are spiritual forces making it happen. Excuse me. It's got to be the right dog, but that dog is most certainly coming to you, Twainer. It sure is. Okay. So, Love Heart, we have a question. Hi there. May I please ask if I find love with Neil? Let's see what we get for Love Heart. Let's find out. I'll do a pendulum on this. Okay, I'm just having a shuffle because I'm going to do a card first. Okay. What have we got? Knight of Cups, right? Now, this to me relates to Nil, okay? The Knight of Cups is a character who... he sort of enjoys his fine wines. He likes the finer things in life. Doesn't have to be wine. But he's looking at the cup here, and it's what he's longing for. But he's studying the cup. He's wondering, am I longing for the right thing here, basically? Okay, so it's not a direct kind of, this is about to happen, and this is what he really wants to happen. You are what he's looking for, okay? But he's examining what it is exactly that he wants at the moment, but he's taking you very, very seriously. Okay, he really is. But let's do a pendulum and let's find out if you do actually find that love. I got a feeling you will, but will it be with Neil? Let's find out. Well, Love Heart, find love with Neil. Okay, let's just let the pendulum finish twirling on its string. Yeah. Oh, dropped it. Right. Start again. I think that was giving me a yes. Let's start again. Okay. And as Patty says, yeah, please, guys, leave a card. It really does. No, not a card. Leave a comment. It really does help Andy's channel. It really does. Everything you do, thumbs up, comment, subscribe, anything. It all counts as an impression with the YouTube algorithm, and that makes them recommend the channel more. Okay, so if you can leave me a thumbs up or a comment or anything, that would be great. And if you would be good enough to subscribe, that would be fabulous, because I would just love to hit 2,050 subscribers and stay there. I've hit 2,053 times in the last week. I woke up to it again today, 2,050. By this afternoon, it was 2,049. Can you see what's happening here, Love Heart? We got a real nice, big, strong circle coming out of this pendulum. The answer is, will you find love with Neil? It's a yes from the pendulum, okay? But remember that Knight of Cups card we got. Neil is quite a contemplative sort of person. He's going to want to think deeply about this before he commits himself. But it's coming. It's coming. Okay. Hi, Nancy Castiglione. Hello to you in Tennessee from West Wales here. Brilliant to have you with us. Thanks so much. Okay. And as Twainer says, if you could be ever so good enough to do this, this would be wonderful. Show me some love with a cup of coffee at coffee.com/twig or paypal.me/twig brother. Links to both of those down in the description below the video. And Coffee is a great website. It sends your donation straight through to PayPal without taking a cut. It's they're really great. Guys, pretty soon the super chat is coming back. I've got ads on my videos again. I got a reading off a really, really amazing medium. She costs hundreds and hundreds to have a reading with, but she's a friend of mine. We went through development together. So I get a free reading because I do her a free reading in exchange, you know. And she was telling me that it really is time I sort of got my boots on in terms of doing this YouTube channel professionally. So I'm going back into monetization, going to bring back the super chat, and we're going to pursue things that way, because it's got to be my one and only full-time job. That's a fact, because it is actually, it's taking nearly all my time at the moment anyway, as it is, but I've really got to make it my full-time job. Maybe then I can get Starlink or something like that, and you know, have less of this problem of videos not working out, that kind of thing. Okay. Adrienne asks, did I fix the EMF problem with my guides, with the shungite? Okay. And Adrienne wisely knows that Twig Brother is the name of one of my, well, I would say my senior guides. I don't know if they really have seniority, but it was the first spirit guide I ever became aware of. And Rosalie is with us as well. But Adrienne's asking Twig Brother, so. It's a work in progress, Adrienne. Whatever you did is the right thing, but you need to do it some more, basically. It is working. It is fixing it. Always, we need to give the divine wisdom and those energies plenty of time to come through and do their work. But at the same time, no, like, keep up whatever you were doing, okay? It's fixed it a fair bit. It's fixed it a fair bit. Okay. Crystals. I'll tell you what I'm seeing, Adrienne, right? This might be figurative or real. I'm sure you will get to know, but this is what Twig Brother is giving me about this. I'm seeing the shungite crystal, right, in the middle, and there's a lot of smaller crystals round it, you know, and smaller crystals have a much higher vibrational rate than large ones. So, you know, use it in conjunction with other crystals and hold the same intention that you've been holding about clearing that EMF. But I'm being told that things are a lot clearer with you, that things are really improving in that area, you know. So it sounds positive, Adrienne. It really does. And by the way, Adrienne, I've hardly been on Instagram lately, but I did see the message you left me on there the other day. I'm going to get back to you about that. But basically, everything in that package was the most useful thing. It's all been extremely useful. Even like the hybrid tarot, which I'm not using much because I'm still getting to know it. I've got it in the 60-second tarot all this week, and I'm getting to know it. And I've sort of read the book and I'm starting to understand it. So it's going to be more useful on the channel, but it's been totally useful ever since I had it. I'm just finishing off the mini Nilla wafers at the moment. I know they're supposed to go in cakes, but I just like eating them. They're so nice. They really are. But there you go. And Adrienne says, thank you, Twig Brother. You see correct. He really does. He's an amazing character. Should everyone use shungite? Asks Twainer. There's no harm in everyone using shungite. Okay, but see what crystals you're drawn to. Okay, and what crystals come up in your life. When I worked in a crystal shop, there was only ever one piece of shungite came in all the years I was working there. And someone bought it straight away, so I didn't even get to play with it. I used to be able to borrow crystals and bring them home and like get a free hit of the crystal energy and then take them back the next day. I didn't get to do that with shungite, and that was sort of the way my guides wanted it at the time, obviously. But the crystals that come to you are the ones to use, you know. So if you haven't got shungite and you can't get it from anywhere, do not worry about it. Okay, but it's a good one. It's a good one with EMF. It's a good one on lots of levels. But if you're having trouble with EMF and you can't get shungite, another great one to use is lepidolite. And I will type it in at this moment. Hey, you shall have a card very shortly, my friend. But let me type this in. Lepidolite. That's how you spell it, lepidolite. That is really good to have around a computer or in an area of a lot of VMF. It soaks up the difficult vibrations. We call them difficult because they're not bad, they're just difficult. Soaks up the difficulty, you know. But Twain, if you're drawn to green and blue crystals, then, you know, if you're drawn to them, you're drawn to them for a reason, so go for it. Okay. Sharon, I can't remember all of them, to be honest. I must look them up and do a bit of a video about that, because I think a lot of people would like to know more about that. But there's amethyst for sure. The other one that comes immediately to mind is celestite. Also, right, a friend of mine had a beautiful, I've still got it. She had this beautiful smoky quartz. It was a really big chunk of it, really, really lovely and raw smoky quartz. And she left it in her windowsill and it turned clear. Now, she's happy about that. She reckons that's the way it was meant to be. Okay. But if you really want to kind of look after smoky quartz and keep it as smoky quartz, I wouldn't put that in direct sunlight. But watch out for a video coming. So there's a weird noise over there. Never mind. Watch out for a video on that. We will have a look. We will have a look. And Adrienne has ordered reputable shungite in a plate and orb. And yours tested, genuine with an ohm meter. Great. Great. Om and Om, they sort of go together, don't they? Om Mani Padme Hum. Absolutely. Right. Hey, you've only got 3 crystals and you forgot their names. That's cool. You know, the important thing is they're your crystals and you've got them and you're going to be working with them, you know. You have been working with them, I'm told, and I'm sure you will keep working with them. Hey would like a card, and I would like to do a card for Hey. Holly is with us. No, Haley is with us, sorry, and Haley is a new subscriber. Thank you very much, Haley. I will do your question in a tick. You, my friend, have come in towards the end of the show. Actually, we're not going to go on too much longer. I just realised what the noise is. Come on, Puss. It's a cat. Come and say hello. Come on, Marcy. Come on, baby. Look, it's Marcy. Haven't had Marcy in the video for a while, but she wants to get away. It's okay, baby. You can stay. Can't beat cat energy. Okay, let's do a card for Hey. And then we'll do Haley's question. Okay. Hey. Ace of Swords. Right, so lots of thinking to do about that. And Marcy likes the Ace of Swords as well. Look, your card is blessed by Marcy. My amazing black and white cat. It's a sword card. It's air signs, Gemini, Libra, and Aquarius. Those are the signs and the energies associated with the swords. The swords are also all about big decisions, a lot of thinking going on, a big thought process. Whatever you do, hey, don't shy away from it, okay? It will work itself out. What it's doing is basically it's using your brain like a big crystal to work itself out, okay? And if we look closely, and Marcy doesn't really want us to, but if we look closely, don't drink my water, please, Marcy. I don't know. She's probably just like been in a bin full of animal entrails at the farm. And now she's going to drink my water and I'm going to catch fungolitis, maybe not, because she's stopped now. This is good. Yeah, 2 swords there. It's like all that thinking effort you put in leads to, like, it sort of creates a magic wand. It turns the sword into a magic wand as long as you keep facing the thought process and going through it, okay? If you need to rest from that, hey, ask your angels to allow you to wake up feeling refreshed. It's really important to do that. They will help with it, because whatever all that thinking is that's going on at the moment, whatever all that thinking is trying to lead to, I keep forgetting what I'm talking about because of Marcy. Sorry. Shh, baby. Whatever all that thinking about is leading to is like worthwhile, okay? But you are going to have the energy to be able to handle it the next day, right? When you wake up. So ask your angels, ask your gatekeeper. Check out my video on gatekeepers up on the channel last Friday, I believe. And ask to get a good night's sleep and wake up in a good way. Okay, Marcy likes the mouse, don't you? I suppose cats do like mice, not in the most healthy way, but cats do like mice. Hey, thanks for bringing your energy. Thanks for being with us so much. And you're saying, you're a big thing. You're thinking a lot sometimes, and it's hard to shut it all off. I know that feeling, my friend. I really do. Okay, this is some more knowledge from Adrienne about shungite, carbon-based and also purifies water if you purchase the Noble Elite variety and charge it in sunlight. Great stuff. Okay. Yeah, she loves the computer mouse, Sharon. In fact, the reason I'm not putting people's stuff on the screen as much as I was a minute ago is that she loves the mouse so much she keeps knocking it out of my hand. I was going to go to Haley next. Okay. Never felt so open. Great. Well, I'm really pleased. This is a beautiful channel for lovely people with lovely energy, Haley. And I guess you're one of us if you've been drawn here. This is good news. So you were asking a question. Let me find it. Let me find it and let me do it. And we'll be drawing the show to a close pretty soon, guys. But let's do Haley's question first. I want to know if Khalid will contact me again, and if so, when. Let me take a drink of water as I muse on that and see what my spirit guide Rosalie is going to answer that one. As well as Twig Brother, I work with Rosalie, who is a wonderful spirit guide, among other things, and she lived her life as a Spanish Romany fortune teller. So she's very good at these things. Okay, first I'm going to do a card on that because I can't reach the pendulum for Marcy the cat. But I'll get her. Now she's rubbing herself on the microphone. I don't know if you can hear that. You probably can. You're a naughty Marcy, aren't you? You're my Marcy. Yeah, good puss. Good puss. Okay. Right. I believe Khalid will contact you again, Haley, because I've got the Two of Cups. All right, and that is a pretty good sort of indication of love. It's two people coming together, and the teapot is pouring this green stuff into their cup, like spiritual energy that comes in when you're together. So it looks like a yes to me, Haley, but I'm going to ask the pendulum yes or no. And what we do on this channel when I do pendulums, Haley, is every pendulum and every spirit guide is different. The arrangement I've got with my guides here is that we get a back and forth movement for no and a circular movement for yes. So we'll let the pendulum twirl a bit. We'll see what it does. Okay. It's giving me a yes. It's not a massive yes. I think it'll be a little while. Now, it's going to be a number of months. I'm going to pull another card and see what we get for the number of months involved. Okay. It's so easy to pull cards with a mad cat. You've got food and you've got water. You just have to wait. I'll be finished in a minute and I'll come and sort you out. Okay. Right. Okay. Yeah. I've got the card number 3, the Empress. Okay. So about 3 months. Okay. It'll be about 3 months, but don't give up, Haley. All right. Hope that's not bad news that it's going to be 3 months. But the good news is it's before Christmas. It's before the end of the year. Sometime in the fall, we're looking at there, really. And it was the Two of Cups, so it's going to be pretty positive when it happens. Okay. And Sharon's just realised that a small smoky crystal has turned lighter in the window. Sure. Well, maybe that's the way it's meant to be, you know. Crystals do adjust themselves to the energies of their owner the more time you spend with them. Always good to work with crystals for a good sort of deal of time, because I'm so distracted by Marcy, because the more you work with them, the more you pick up from them and the more they pick up from you. Also, your spirit guides and your angels sort of get used to the idea that you've got the energy of that crystal there, and they will work through it more and more. At this point, guys, I'm going to draw things to a close. Thank you very much for watching. And Haley's saying, appreciate it. Means a lot for you to take me in, and she means everyone in the group there. So that is wonderful. So, guys, from me and Marcy, it's just about good night at this point. Love, light, hugs, and blessings to all, says Twainer. Same from me. Stay safe. Do indeed stay safe, folks. If you'd like to drop a donation, that would be wonderful. Ko-fi.com/twig. It's going across your screens now, and it's down in the description. Same thing, paypal.me/twigbrother. And if you'd like a reading, do please email me 35and83@gmail.com. We'll fix up a reading or an astrological birth chart if that is what you would like. Hi Sandra, by the way, I didn't notice Sandra Nevin's coming in. Glad you're with us, but yeah, bringing things to a close now. So guys, thanks again for watching. If I can't even get hold of the mouse to she knows the show's ending. She's jumped down and looking at the door now. So a very good night to everyone, as Kat says. Hi Kat. And from me, it's love and light to you all, and blessings and